My name is Velez, and my capstone project was the Family Planning Fellowship Guide. The purpose of the Family Planning Fellowship Guide is to provide an academic component for fellows, OBGYN specialists, acquiring a subspecialization in family planning with Dr. Velez Moreno in Mestar Hospital in Washington, D.C. The instructional gap, oh, wait, sorry. There are 15 core competencies that OBGYN specialists acquiring a subspecialization in family planning need to study, but there's 5 of those 15 competencies that don't have an academic component. So every doctor everywhere in the States are creating their own products, their own readings, their own academic components. So she decided that she was going to create a project to share the project with her colleagues. And the competence that we decided to work on was the 15th competence, which is counseling. We decided to work on contraceptive counseling. The components, the project is composed of instructional modules and one final assessment. The modules were developed in Adobe Captivate and delivered by means of websites to make the product accessible to everybody. And the topics are choosing IUDs, absolute contraindications, other contraindications, uterine contraindications, and IUDs. Everything related to the use of IUDs. The theory, constructivism is ideal to teaching medicine. The impact, as Reese, Mr. and Lixit in their 2006 publication, the impact of e-learning in medical education said, quote, learners have control over the content, learning sequence, pace of learning, time, and often media, which allows them to tailor their experience to meet their personal academic objectives. Andragogy and Merrill's, you have already heard a lot about Merrill's today. And first principles of instruction was implemented in the design of the instructional modules and the assessments modules also. As Merrill said, quote, problem-centered and involve the student in 4 different phases of learning: activation of prior experience, demonstration of skills, application of skills, and integration of these skills into real-world problems. So that's what I wanted to create. I wanted to create real-world problems. We created clinical scenarios in the modules to show the students, the fellows, some problems they will engage in their job. And the cognitive theory, designing the multimedia instruction. Acknowledgements, I would like to thank Dr. Velez Moreno. She's not here today. Dr. Strong, my advisor, and Professor Lara and Professor Challenger, they helped me a lot. And my team, David Collins and Kelly Buell, and my friends and colleagues, Professor Barburo, she's not here today. She's the chairperson of the Spanish department being DLI. She's my boss, and she was very nice and understanding everything. And Marilena Garcia and Marisa Pasalacque, they were my editors and my proofreaders. And thank you, Melissa.
You're welcome.
And now I would like to show you the product. Okay. Okay. So I created a website thanks to the class of Dr. Lara, so take advantage of that class. And please give the class before. It was very helpful knowing how to make websites, dealing with HTML and all that was very helpful. So in here, I decided to create a login mechanism in the homepage to authenticate the users and for personalization also. There's a video here to welcome the learners to the product, and then they will log in. This is the homepage. From here, there's a main menu on the top where they can go and visit the different topics. And in here, they can see the main instructional objective of the whole project.
Planning fellowship guide that supplements the.
I'm gonna show you this one, contraindications 2, which are other contraindications. The first one is an instructional module. Then there's a clinical scenario module created also in Captivate. There's a practice and then a video blog. The video blog is actually the assessment. In here, they will see different information about cervical or endometrial cancer, pregnancy, bleeding, which are all other contraindications sometimes for the insertion of an IUD. Then the clinical scenario is not an assessment, it's a practice. Help me here. Should we or not? A woman that has an IUD is diagnosed with cervical or endometrial cancer. What would you do? Remove it?
Yes.
Do not? Yes?
Do not.
Do not?
No.
Good job.
That's because I read this a million times.
You know it by heart. And because not everybody has Flash, I decided to include a PDF with screenshots of the modules in case they don't have Flash in their computers or anything, so they can just print the PDF or watch it in the computer. And there's also a Google search engine to help them look for information, any questions they have any. And this is another practice. And then the video blog. The video blog includes the instructions on top, and all topics are like this, all modules, all 5 modules. They all include an instructional module and a clinical scenario module, a practice, and a video blog. In here they have the instructions on top, then they will watch a video about the topic. That's Dr. Moreno. And in this case it's weight gain, because that's another contraindications that patients can have. And after that there's a learning activity, there's a reading. That was a very important thing for her, including readings. There's hundreds of readings that she wanted to include in the product. And it was very hard to find one good reading for every topic or every module. But I'm sure she's going to push those readings during the time. Actually, I didn't tell you that, but the fellows are doing the fellowship during 2 years, and during the 2nd year is when they're going to be using this product. And in here, I included a blog where they will put their comments about the topic, and they will answer the questions, and then other students will comment on the others' answers. So, and after they're done with this, with the topic, they can continue to the next one. And the last one includes a final quiz. The final quiz includes a module in Captivate, the final clinical scenario, and 5 content questions. After they respond the questions and do the module, they submit their answers, and they can see their answers, and they can print their answers at the end to discuss their answers with the doctor and other fellows. They can also print or save their answers as a PDF. And then there's a final survey that they will take, and after the survey, there's a certificate of completion. Any questions? No questions? Thanks.
I have a question. Has she had to is she gonna grade the forum comments?
Yes.
Has she started to try to do that? Has it happened yet?
Not
Okay.
yet,
Yeah.
because she was working in MedStar Hospital in Washington DC, but now she moved to California. She's actually working now here in different hospitals and clinics. So I'm not sure. She's still an advisor in Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore, but I don't know what's gonna happen now because she changed jobs and but we'll see. Any other questions? Thank you very much.